Okay, so I was told by a few of my viewers that they've tried the game out, but they really did not understand how to play the game. So I decided I'm going to do a quick little recording on how to play the game. So this is the practice arena, and of course, to move it's WASD, to go left, right, forward, backwards. If you press the B button, you can open up the buy menu. And depending on each round, at the top right, you get different amounts of currency. And so round one, you're typically in a pistol round, so you either buy a Shorty, a Deagle, a Wix, or a G18 whenever it comes back after patch. Each round you get coins depending on your performance and if you win or lose, if the bomb blows up, etc. So there's a little bit of an economy game that you can play. Down at the bottom here, you have team upgrades, which the more you invest, the more things you unlock. For example, you unlock your 1x and 2x scopes at level 1, extended magazine at level 2, all the way up to armor pen magazines at level 4. Equipment at level 2 is very important because it gets you a second armor plate, which is really, really important to be able to keep yourself alive. So that's a really important one right there. And then tactics level 4, you get your tactical vest, which is really important as well because, of course, it increases your survivability, right? Throughout the game, what you do is you buy your gear, you buy your guns, you buy your tactical items here. For example, you want body armor, bandages, etc. And any leftover money you want to put it into your team upgrades to help boost it up. And there's actually a good benefit for you as well. If you see here, at level 1, you get more items from boxes. Level 2, you get 20% reward coins. And level 3, you get 1 armor plate every round. So that saves you 1,000 coins every round. So what is this on the right? The more coins you invest, the more tiers you unlock for your personal gain. I think the cap is 3,000 right now as of July 1st, but you know, the economy is constantly being adjusted because of the fact that this is still early access. So as of recording, it's 3,000 coins, but you know, by the time you play, it might be different. When you want to buy an item, you left click to equip it. If you right click, it'll drop it on the floor, so make sure you left click to buy it for yourself. The other thing as well, so if you hover over the gun, as long as it's not a sniper rifle, because this thing takes up 2 slots, you can adjust however you want to play. For example, if you want to change the suppressor, you can equip a suppressor. Let's say I want a hand stop grip and I want a 4x thermal scope, which is a level 3 unlock in the equipment category, by the way. And let's say I want to equip armor penetration rounds, which is from the level 4 in the armory. Alright, so now I have a customized silenced AUG with a different attachment. So let's say I run around like this and it doesn't really work out for me. Let's say I don't really like it, right? Next round, I could just change it out. Let's say I want to do that. I want to go back to the compressor and I want to do a 4x regular scope. And now everything feels different. So if you hold right click by default, that's your hip fire, which is really good for close quarters. And close to medium range, you tend to want to use hip fire. For example, this range, perfect. That range, it's still okay. When it comes to that far, it gets a little bit tricky. So how do you use your scope? If you tap the right click, that's how you get into your scope. And then from there, you can actually get that precision aiming that you really want. Now, if you see on the right hand side, you'll see all the buttons that are in the game. R is to reload, of course. Q and E is to lean. For example, you're hiding here. You see that there's an enemy on the other side. If you aim, you'll see that there's an X button because right now, the gun is in the wall. So how do you shoot him? Easy answer, lean. Safe. He can't see me. I can see him. Voila. So that's your leaning. And then let's say you want to change your position in your camera. If you press the left Alt button, you just change camera perspective. So for example, let's say he's pushing you from the left. Oh, I can change my camera. Now it's much easier for me to look on the left hand side. He's pushing right. Tap left Alt. Easy. C is to crouch. Of course, you know, make yourself a little bit easy of a target to hit. And if you hold left control, you start this walking. And you see that blue bar in the middle? If you ever get scanned, this is a good way to get rid of any kind of detection that a scan will get you. And it also makes it so that you can hear things better. Really simple stuff. And of course, V is your melee button. But this is a really slow and it takes up a huge animation space. Not that great. So, how do you pull out your melee weapon? Easy answer, default key, X. Now that you have your melee weapon equipped, you run so much faster, as you could probably tell. And you have a left click attack now, which is so much faster, and a right click attack. Easy peasy. If you press N, you make your map bigger so you can see things better. And for example, I just bought a bunch of grenades, right? So if you see on the bottom right, the default key is 4 to pull out a grenade. When you throw it, you'll get an indicator where it lands, the explosion radius, etc. If I hold it too long, I'm going to throw it because I don't want to die, you can actually time it perfectly. The other items that you will want to buy, in this screen here, it's going to look different in the game, I'm just going to warn you. There's a Juggernaut. This is a one-time only purchase that you can do in a match. So use it sparingly, but if you buy it and you use it, what you get
one Juggernaut in the team. Provide cover.
Is a super powerful Juggernaut. If you press V, you do a charge attack. Really difficult to control, but it does so much damage. Really powerful. How do you get out of Juggernaut?
We've got no Juggernaut.
You just press X.
Focus on the mission.
And so the Juggernaut's weak point is actually going to be melee attacks and piercing weapons like a bow and arrow. So keep that in mind. Other weapons as well would be the UPS, which you can buy 2 in a match. So what is a UPS? It is an umbrella turret. I don't know what UPS stands for, but if you plant it, it does an EMP scan. So anybody within that range who is an enemy will get scanned, and now you have a turret. And this turret will shoot anything within this line of sight here. And the other item is called a can, which is this item here. You can buy up to 2 per round, so it's not per match. So you can buy up to 2 per round. And so this is really useful. For example, let's say you want to blow something up or you want to scan in that direction. You throw out the can, it'll go in that direction, and anything it scans, it'll blow up, which is really convenient. So you can use that to your advantage to push a choke point, to get to flush cover out, to break any kind of destructible environment. For example, like that. If you use a can, it'll do that for you. By default, 5 and 6 are how you heal your HP and your armor. And that's the items in a nutshell. The guy that you're currently seeing is Dimitri. He is the sniper in the game. And so he gets an SVD, this gun here, at round 3 for free. Which, you know, it packs quite a bit of punch. It does the job really well for eliminating people. Just bop, bop, bop. Oh, I missed. Bop. Like that. So he gets a SVD at round 3 for free, which saves you a considerable amount of money. So that's really good. And his passive abilities, as you can see here, his Agent Leptons, he has Sharpshooter, which is the one that gets you the SVD at round 3, and Fast Scope. So if you land a shot with a sniper rifle or DMR, it reveals the location of the closest enemy for 5 seconds to you. The equipped Leptons that you see are just tailored to me, so...
Our UPS is down.
Okay, thank you. It's entirely up to you how you want to build your Leptons. We'll get into that after this. So, the point of the game is to attack either point A or point B and blow it up. So if you see on my back, I have a little blue glowing box. This is called the seed. It is a bomb that you are going to plant, and you're going to want to defend it. So how do you plant it? You get into a zone, and you can look either on the floor or on a box, and you plant the seed, like so.
The seed has been planted.
And now
the area.
They have 50 seconds to disarm the seed. You will hear the noise of the exact same beeping that you heard when I planted it if they're trying to defuse it. So use that to your advantage. And as you blow it up or you eliminate everybody in the game, that's how you win. And now, the one last thing is on the very left, you see that there's a signature move. So for Dimitri, it's an ability called Drinks on Me.
Uh-oh.
It's by
Tracking
default it's
assistance will be over soon. Hurry
scroll
up.
wheel down. I drank it. Now I move super fast. Wee! Really fast. And so typically it takes like 6 seconds to defuse a seed. So by this point, it's GG. So that covers the gameplay, that covers what your objective is in the game. So now let's get into what all the agents are. So currently, as of recording this in July 1st, there are 10 agents. We have Dimitri, the sniper, Nikki, the gambler, which these are all skins that I have equipped, by the way. So, you know, they're going to look completely different for a new player. We have Jack, the lone wolf, Luna, the crazy girl who eats a hot dog, Kyle, the super support, Young Sick, the seed expert,
What a fool. Just melting the stress away.
Lily Rose, the one who loves money, Simon, the lickety-split super maniac, Soy, your resident healer, and Rita, which is, I think she's one of the newer characters that was implemented into the game. Each one has their own specific passive abilities, which is the Agent Leptons, and their signature, which is their ability. For example, for Nikki, her Agent Leptons are Credo Heart Recharge. She actually gets to revive herself once every 180 seconds, and when she is revived from a knockdown, she recovers 80 HP over 8 seconds, which is crazy. She's one of the only characters that can self-revive without having to buy a revive kit, so that's really good. And her signature ability, you flip a coin as many times as you want. So you have a 45% chance to get 10 coins, a 4% chance to get 50, and a 0.2% chance to get 500. But if you get a kill or assist, as you can see, it increases. So she's fun. So what I recommend for you is just to go through each agent and just read up on their abilities. And now we're going to talk about the Leptons. So for the Leptons, this is where it gets really crazy. So just take your time on this part. If you see on the right, you have 7 white ticks that you fill in. For each of these abilities, if you look at the top left, you see the cost. So depending on what abilities you want, the cost completely changes. So keep this in mind. You only have 7 to spend, and you only have 3 slots that you can fill in. This is a little bit of the more advanced side, and I don't want to, go into too much detail in a beginner's guide for this part. Just hover over each one, read it, see which one fancies you the most, and equip that one. Now onto the loadout tab. This is where you can actually customize each gun, so that right when you get into the game, it already immediately equips what you want. As you can see here, this feature is still being developed, so this is still not 100% a factor in the game. So you can equip your skins that you have, you can put your stickers that you have, your charms that you get, and there's like unique skins that you can also get as well. You have 2 presets that you can work with. So all the guns that are in the game, so we have the G17, the Wix, the Deagle, the Shorty, which is a double barrel pistol, and the PB pistol, which is the silenced pistol exclusive to Jack. So you can't get this by default, so it's only a Jack weapon. In this SMGs and shotgun category, you have the MP5, the Vector, the Mark 10, the MPX, the M4 Super 90 shotgun, and the D Defense shotgun, which this one is a double barrel, so you just blast twice and voila. In the assault rifles and light machine gun category, you have the AK-47, the AS Vol, AUG, G36K, AK-15 Mod, Scar H, M416, and the M249. This is the only LMG in the game as far as I'm aware. And then we have the bows and sniper rifles. We have the scan bow, which Young Six starts with this, by the way, at round 3, so keep that in mind. The SVD, which Dimitri starts with this for free on round 3. The M14, which is the other DMR. And the 2 sniper rifles, we have the M24 and the AWP. So keyword with the AWP, you can only use this in TDM and I believe in ranked only. So it's not in casual. So you cannot use the AWP unless you are playing, I think, ranked, but definitely in TDM. So if you go to the profile tab, there's a banner feature where you can just customize what banner shows up per kill, and you can unlock these by finishing specific challenges. For example, if you want to apply that, you just hit apply, and voila, when I get an intervention, this will pop up in the top right corner. Cool. There's also a really cool clan feature where you can set it to invite only if you want to, if you can set it to an open invite, and just, you know, if you want to play with friends, you can make a clan so that you all share the same emblem together. Ours is an otter. If you click on the records tab, it will open your records and it shows you all your stats, how many games you played, when you played them, your KD percentage, how much damage you dealt per life, your win percentage, all the information that you want to look at. If you're a stat man, this is where you can see it. You got your battle records, your play time, how many matches you played, how much you defected. I have a perfect 0, which is great. Your KD, your damage dealt per life, your average coin spent. All the information that you want is literally just here. And so you can just go crazy thinking about, you know, what you got to focus on, what you got to improve, etc. So, you know, this is a really cool feature that they have. Hopefully that covers everything that you would want to know for the beginning. If you want to play, you just hit the 3 dots. You have bomb defusal and team deathmatch for player match, AI as well. And then you also have ranked, which I haven't touched ranked because I'm a casual player at heart. Yeah, if you enjoyed this quick little guide, I hope you hit like and subscribe and share this with your friends that really want to get into the game. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.